Welcome to Brainstorm Board Prep. So, I'm going to show you how to access your account and navigate through it. First thing we want to do is we want to go to the login section and log in. From there, your products will show up on the right-hand side, and you can always get back to that by clicking Account. So, we'll go to the CNIM Board Prep course. And this brings you to the landing page. This shows the entirety of the course. Each of the sections pops down. So if you want to see it all in one screen, you can just close all these up and have it right there. We want to start at the Start Here location. So we need an intake form. So this is your anticipated exam date. If you aren't sure, you can just put a random date or just a general idea of when you want to take your exam. Fill out the form. If you have previously taken the exam and you have your score report, take a screenshot of it and upload it here. If you don't have the screenshot and you just have the password protected file, then please just make sure you also send the password over and then submit. You also want to make sure that you join the Quizlet class by clicking this link here. So when you click that link, it should bring you right to the class. It may ask you to request membership approval. If it does, it notifies me right away and I approve it. You do not need to be a Quizlet Premium member because I have a Quizlet Premium account as an educator. And so if it does ask you that, there's going to be a little area in the upper right corner saying continue to free Quizlet. Once you've completed all the steps above, book your first session by clicking this link here. We want to make sure that we're utilizing the one-on-one sessions. The people that I have seen have the most success with this program are the ones that have utilized the sessions, because if there's something you don't know that you don't understand, then it's going to be very difficult to come to that level of understanding. So you can click that link here. Another way you can get to that is by going to your accounts and clicking the one-on-one scheduler. Now, the one-on-one scheduler is the same and it's just attached to each course. So for this example, it's showing that there are 3. It's all the same one. It just links it 3 times. And then it will bring you to the calendar and you can schedule based off availability. The time zone will be listed here. So make sure you're paying attention to that. And they are 45-minute long appointments. If you want to book longer, you can do back to back and we can just keep on trucking through. If there is a time that does not work for you and you really need some assistance, first of all, you can always email me. My email is right here. You can also reply to pretty much any email that's sent to you because it gets back to me. And we can figure out a time that works for both of us. Another thing to note is we all work in neurodiagnostics, and there are often instances where patient care will impede the ability to meet. And that honestly goes both ways. There may be times where I'm stuck in a surgery or a meeting or, whatever it may be that I did not anticipate. And I will always let you know if that is something that comes up. If you are unable to meet the meeting time, just let me know. If you're 15 minutes late, then we'll just reschedule. And I really appreciate your understanding with that. So when you click, let's just say we're meeting next Monday. It will ask for your contact information, any particular topics you want to discuss, anticipated exam date, and then just a clarification on which exam you're booking for, because like I said, this is one form for everybody. So now that we have done that, let's back to our CNIM course. Start here. And if you'd like to, you can hit complete and continue, and that will show it as checked off on your list. From there, you can go in order if you'd like. Otherwise, you can skip around and do whatever feels right to you. I do recommend checking out the program outline. It will have the ABRET handbook, the most recent handbook. I will say because it's direct linked to their website, the link sometimes will stop working. And if that's the case, I will just upload it again. But this is the same exact handbook that can be found on abret.org under the exams. And then I have the content outline from the ABRET CNIM handbook, and each basic topic I have linked to which section or sections that those will live inside. So it's not laid out the exact same way that the handbook is, but everything is covered within the program, and that just helps you find it if you're looking for a specific thing. And then this video will show up right here once we are done recording it. So most of the topics, let's go to one that has all the topics. So most of them will have a lecture recording where you can listen to the lecture. We'll have the slides that you can reference. Now, the slides are not downloadable, but the lesson outline is. So you can click this button and it will bring you to a PDF that you can download and take notes on and, go from there. And it includes the references as well. And then most of them will also have flashcards on Quizlet that you can go through. Then we'll have a password or a game, an EEG terminology game, which I did not include on this one because we use very limited EEG resources and we don't use it the same way as in long-term monitoring or epilepsy. But this one has a crossword, so you can either print it out, you can use, a tablet or whatever you would want to do. And then if you want the answers, you can just let me know. None of this needs to be turned in. It's just another way to help you learn. And I do want to also point out on Quizlet, you can try these different games. And I will say, instead of the multiple choice answers for some of these tests and games, it doesn't necessarily use reasoning to find the right one. It will just select random ones. So it's not going to be as similar to like the exam as a practice exam is going to be. But you can do something like the blast game and it will have you play the game. So there are other ways to learn. If you learn better that way, you can easily do that. And then we have the quiz. So the quiz will have a place for your email. It will ask you which course you're in, and then it will go through the quiz itself. Some of them, like the medical terminology, will have some multi-choice answers, so you have to select all that apply. But the vast majority of all the quizzes will be this type of A, B, C, D style multiple choice question worth 1 point, and you select the most correct answer. And I'll fix this so that it doesn't cut it off, but every single section will have a one-on-one session booking link at the bottom of it, just to help in case you don't want to go back and find where under account or the little menu it is. So you can go through all of the topics. Some of them, like the cross-modality signal change review, this is just slides because they're table reviews. So this is just kind of a reference guide. And then we have the practice exams. So currently there are 4 different exams you can take. The first 2 are a full 250 questions. They are all multiple choice in the same style of test question that ABRET has. They are not taken from the ABRET exam. Passing this does not guarantee that you will pass the ABRET exam because I'm not in the room with you and I don't have the answers. So all I can do is help you learn the material in a way that allows for easy recall and confidence going into the exam. So these are 2 separate questions. and you'll just put your email address and then go ahead and answer the questions. You do get the answers immediately after, along with explanations on each question. And then we also have shorter ones if you don't want to take a full 250 questions. I have ones that are 100 questions and still have the same distribution as the regular exam. So there may not be as many questions per topic, but it's a good kind of litmus test to see where you stand. And like I said, as always, you can contact me at any time. You can email me. Happy to answer any questions you have. If there's something that you don't think is correct or a link that's not working, please let me know. As we all know, troubleshooting is a very real thing, and we want to make sure that everything works properly. And sometimes, there needs to be a couple fixes here and there. And I hope you enjoy the CNIM program, and I look forward to working with you.